Hello, welcome to this episode where we shall be talking about equations, okay? Equations are more like expressions that have equal signs. And the requirement of this is they want us to look for the value or values of those unknowns or variables, okay? So we have different types of equations, okay? Number one is what we call the linear equation. So linear equation, usually it has a plain variable. An example, just x or 2x plus 1 is equal to 5, something like that. In others, this variable has exponent 1. You can have 3y plus maybe 7 over 8 is equal to maybe 7. It doesn't matter. The exponent is 1 on the variable. So this is a linear equation. So linear equations must always give us what we call one answer. Okay, that is to do with the linear equation. So what are the tips and the nuggets? Make the unknown the subject. In other words, we must leave the unknown on one side of the equal signs and take everything to the other side of the equal signs. Then two, if we have fractions involved, we must find the LCD, the lowest common denominator or the lowest common multiple when working with fractions that have a plus or a minus. Good. We have some examples or some questions to work on, okay? We have square root of 24 plus square root of 96 minus root of 600 is equal to x root 6. Now, these are surds, né? In other words, you know that surds are basically numbers that are under the root signs. So to make our life easy, né? Let's just simplify this. Just punch that in a calculator, as much as the question could say without using a calculator. But let's be a bit smart when we are stealing in this case, or when we are trying to cheat around. So we know that the square root of 24 from a calculator should give us something like 2 root 6, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, people with calculators, we can just confirm that. Should be 2 root 6. Then plus, I can see that 96, which number can I multiply to give me 96? It's quite a lot, but I need a perfect square. It's gonna be 4 root 6. Okay, and then minus, this is gonna be 10 root 6 is equal to x root 6. Okay, so we know that 2 plus 4, that is 6. So 6 root 6 minus 10 root 6 is equal to x root of 6. I mean, 6 minus 10 is going to be a negative 4. Root 6 is equal to x root 6. So we said make the unknown the subject, leave the unknown on one side. So divide both sides by the root of 6, divide by the root of 6. That cancels that. So our answer becomes negative 4. So x becomes negative 4, and then that is our answer. All right, then part B. Part B, we have a fraction. So with this fraction, so please, in part A, do not change everything to decimals. I mean, it's gonna be something else, okay? Just leave it the way it is. Take out what is common, because when you see the square root of 24, it's giving us a root 6. This one's also a root 6, that one's also, so which means the root 6 can be killed out, okay? All right, part B, we have 2x plus 1, okay, over 6 minus, okay, x minus 3. It's over a 3 again, and it is equal to 2x plus 3 over 2. Is that correct? Perfect. No, 2x plus 3. This is a 3. Okay, beautiful. Now, first things first. Remember, they told us if we have fractions that have a minus or a plus, we need to get rid of the denominators using the LCD. Now, if you have issues with finding the LCD, just multiply this times that times that. So 6 times 3 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36. Then multiply through by 36, by 36, by 36. You're gonna get the same answer without stressing about the dearest LCD or LCM, okay? But now I know that 2 times 3 is a 6, which is also the same. So which means my LCD is going to be a 6. But if you can't get this like from looking at the values, just multiply the denominator. 6 times 3 times 2, which is 36, and then do what I'm gonna do with the 6. So let's put brackets on top of the numerators. So I'll say times 6, and then times 6. So reason as to why I'm multiplying through by the LCD is because I want to get rid of the denominator so that I deal with something that is linear, that is either numerator or just a whole, okay? So then from there, I'll cancel out, or I'll reduce 6 and 6 will cancel. By 3 is a 1, by 3 is a 2, by 2 is a 1, by 2 is a 3. Okay, so this bracket will just be 2x plus a 1. Please and please, whenever we have fractions and there are 2 terms on top, put the brackets there. Just indicate the brackets there. So it's going to be a negative, this negative and the 2, which is going to be negative 2 times x is going to be negative 2x. This is a negative, and so it's a negative 2 times a negative 3. That's going to be a positive 6. Is equal to 3 and 2x. That's going to be 6x. 3 and 3, that's going to be a 9. All right, so this and this, they're already canceling out. They're scared. So what is 1 plus 6? That's a 7. Is equal to 6x plus 9. Let's move the 7 that side. We transpose, the signs must change. 7 minus 9 is 6x. That's going to be negative 2 is 6x. And then we divide both sides by 6. Okay. So it's over 6 and over 6. That cancels that. Our x becomes negative 1 over 3. We prefer the answers to be just fractions. Don't give us 0.333. No, just 1 over 3. That's enough. You walk away. Okay. Let's look at part C, where we have the 8x over 3 minus the 3x over 2 is equal to 7. All right. What are we going to do in this case? Still, look at the denominators. This is a 3, this is a 2. Let's multiply the 2. We get 6. So times 6, and then times 6. So by 3 is a 1. By 3 is a 2. Okay. By 2 is a 1. By 2 is a 3. This can't cancel anything because there's no denominator. So 2 times 8, that is going to be 16x, minus 3 times 3, that's going to be 9x, is equal to, that's going to be a 42. 16 minus 9, that's going to be like 7x, is equal to 42. Let's divide by 7 either sides, which means our x is dearest 6. All right, so that is how these linear equations would be asked, and that's how you work them out, okay? So someone is saying, what if we use the crisscross? Yes, you can still get the same thing. 8 over 3 minus 3x over 2 is equal to 7. You want to use crisscross? This and that, this and that, this and that. That's going to be 16x. That's going to be 9x over 6 is equal to 7. Cross multiply. Okay, we know that 16 minus 9, that's going to be 7x is equal to 42. And then divide, x is a 6, regardless of which method. Guys, we don't restrict people from which method they use. That's the beauty of this subject. Any method can lead you to the right answer, for as long as it is mathematically sounding, you get all your full marks. All right, guys, we're going to stop there. And for people that are not subscribed, please subscribe so that you do not miss out on the interesting content that comes ahead. Bye-bye.